Hey! Happy St. Patrick's Day to all of you Irish red-headed leprechauns out there. Is what I would say if there were actually any direct connection between St. Patrick and leprechauns, apart from both being symbols of Ireland. It came to my attention whilst I was visiting my friends up north, like I mentioned in my Valentine's Day video. They're both animation majors, and their professors allowed me to sit in during some of their lectures, one of them being character design. The professor mentioned history and tradition when thinking about what outfits to put your characters in, and this made me realize that the saint within his title had something to do with the church. This has happened a lot to me during the past couple of years, ever since getting into etymology, which is the study of words and their origins. Like when you hear a word all throughout your life and you don't do any more digging within its meaning. Kinda like my mom and how she always thought it was called the 16th Chapel instead of the Sistine Chapel. That was kind of my story with St. Patrick's Day, except you never spelled the word saint out, it was always shorthanded. I wasn't taught about the historical St. Patrick. Instead, we would do cutesy little arts and crafts projects like these of leprechauns with their gold coins, rainbows, and buckle hats. For the sake of not wanting to stir up any turmoil by drawing my character in any papal regalia, I instead put her in traditional Irish women's clothing, starting with a white blouse with very big puffy sleeves, another layer on top of that, kinda like a leave in traditional Norwegian clothing right above the blouse, and to put it all together, adding a signature green plaid pattern skirt. Now for the history of St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick was a 5th century Romano-British Christian missionary known as the Apostle of Ireland. He is the primary patron saint of Ireland. Patrick was never formally canonized by the Catholic Church, having lived before the current laws established for such matters. He is venerated as a saint in the Catholic Church, the Lutheran Church, the Church of Ireland, part of the Anglican Communion, and in the Eastern Orthodox Church, where he was regarded as equals to the apostles and enlightener of Ireland. Patrick was born at the end of Roman rule in Britain. His grandfather, Petitus, was a priest from Bonaventubernia. However, Patrick's confession states that he was not an active believer in his youth, and considered himself in a period to be idle and callow. According to the Confessions of St. Patrick, at the age of 16, he was captured by a group of Irish pirates. They took him to Ireland where he was enslaved and held captive for 6 years. Patrick writes in the confession that the time he spent in captivity was crucial for his spiritual development. After 6 years of captivity, he heard a voice telling him that he would go home soon. After returning home to Britain, Patrick continued to study Christianity within the Catholic Church. Years later, Patrick returned to Ireland as a Christian missionary. He is credited with bringing Christianity to Ireland and was probably responsible for the part of the Christianization of the Picts and Anglo-Saxons. The March 17th celebration started in 1631, when the church established a feast day honoring St. Patrick. He had been a patron saint of Ireland who had died around the 5th century, a whopping 12 centuries before the modern version of the holiday was first observed. And there you have it, folks. That is a very shortened version of how St. Patrick's Day came to be. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to see more holiday-related speed paints or even a crazy animated story on how I threaded some girls' nipples in boot camp, check out my craziest boot camp stories. Alrighty, bye-bye!